We're all pretty great spirit. This is my journal entry. Yeah. Been in a little state of, writing, meditation kind of state, writing and listening to my astrology guru. And it's journal time. What a gorgeous day. A beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Rashini, will you be mine? It's like, yeah, I'm over to yours, lady. Very productive day. Had a rough time getting to sleep last night. I kept having this, like, vision. Felt more like a nightmare. Being on the new iron pony that I was looking at yesterday. Took a spin around the parking lot. But in this vision, I kept seeing Rashini and I like crashing. Not a terrible crash, but a pretty good one. And wanting to get up into like a mountain space like I would with Raven or Jumanji or several of the other motorcycles, and falling over and not being able to pick her up and nobody around, and then getting stuck and carrying this extra battery around, and I just kept feeling like there's just something not right. And then going, well, maybe I really do need a van for a little while, or a cage, and felt a little more of a freeing type energy with a cage. And I'm going, well, this is odd. For me, anyway. This is kind of odd. So I found myself messaging. There's this Aerostar. Anyway, there's this more of like it has a V6 engine, etc. And it has some really good energy around it. And yet, when I was looking at the pictures, I was going, I don't know, there's maybe a little bit of a creep energy with it. But yet not. And so I messaged, hey, I want to let you know that tomorrow is, my caseworker's coming, and she's planning on bringing me out there just to look at the van during our session. And so I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna let that lie. Let's see what happens. Well, this morning I get the call during our fire ceremony. I check the message, and my caseworker called in sick and needed to reschedule for tomorrow. I'm like, okay, maybe that's my answer. So I messaged him back to let him know right away that she canceled it to be tomorrow. And he's like, hey, no problem. Just keep me posted. So we go on after the fire ceremony and go down, and we have our walk around the park, and I do some of the exercises. They have these like little exercise stations. And this morning I I'd been feeling that that time is coming to kind of do 2 spins around the park, which Orsini's like, I'm not doing that, and to begin some of the exercise stations. So we did a couple of them, and we go on to drop off our little box of donations, energy to release, to the Humane Society. Well, we stopped at the bank first. They don't open until 8:30. We go down to the Humane Society. I know that they open at 9 o'clock. We got there a couple minutes early, and we're waiting. And 9 o'clock comes, and I go to the door. They're not open on Mondays. And I'm like, I'm not carrying this box back. And there happened to be a table sitting out front of it that says free. So I take the box and I put it underneath the little cubby hole in the table, and I shoved it up underneath there, and I'm like, well, I'm donating it. It may not be to the Humane Society, but I'm donating it. I'm leaving it. So I did. And we head straight to the bank, and they were awesome and helping me get the app set up and all of these different kinds of things. And so we go back to the apartment to finish that little project and contacting the credit union back in Ohio and getting the transfer set up and so forth. So we get all that taken care of, and we take back off, and we go to Cricket. And oh my God, it was so cold in there. And I had forgotten my sleeves. And I'm like, hey, she was taking care of another customer. I'm like, we're gonna wait outside. So we go outside and got the Cricket phone bill lowered from, you have to keep this certain plan for so many months to get when you're given a new phone, and to release that. And so we were able to drop the bill down. Apparently I was misrepresented in that you could switch phone services after 3 months. You can only switch plans after 3 months. Gotta stay on Cricket with the phone for an entire year. So I'm playing with this service still here. But that did bring the bill down to at least between the Cricket and the Starlink down to what I'm going to consider right now a little more manageable level. Which means our errands for the day were basically done. I still had enough water. I still have enough water to make it through till tomorrow. We'll stop and get water tomorrow. So we get back here, and it's like, oh, I need to eat dinner. I have one big meal a day, and that's my 11 o'clock meal. And watch, let's see, I have only a few that I subscribe to. And one of them is Earthmaster, and of course, Stefan Burns with his reports, and Earthmaster with his reports. And then we watch, there's this On the Pulse with Silky, and she was trying to do a solar flare thing that correlating with earthquakes, and I'm like, you are not Stefan. That's like his main study is solar weather and how it correlates with the Earth. He's definitely got something going on there, So I really appreciate that. But anyway, she's going by what the government is sharing, and that doesn't work too well. It doesn't give the full impression. So, and you kind of went down through the comments. She's really, really good at other stuff though, because she digs into, geology is one of her things. So then it's okay, it's time for meditation and just kind of chill for a little while. Let the food process, and I went to check some messages, and boom, this motorcycle comes up, and I'm like, so I check it out, and it's being sold by a chick, and she's like, oh, this was my husband's motorcycle, and he's no longer here, and I'm like, and excellent, beautiful, beautiful bike. As far as it's a V-Star, it's still a 1300, I do believe. She's not quite sure, but I looked it up, and it's not a V-Star, it's a Roadstar. Oh. And of course it has all the locking saddlebags, it has a tour pack on it, it's the whole 9 yards, and she's very negotiable. I'm gonna go check her out tomorrow morning. And then at the same time, another van popped up, and it's close right here. So I checked it out, looked it up on Google, the whole 9 yards, and I'm like, Now, I'm following the breadcrumbs. Because I'm like, okay, I need good, reliable transportation. And I'm leaving it open. What's the guiding direction here? So, kind of let that on slide on by. Continue watching some astrology and some different things, doing my homework. And the next thing I know, and of course all day long, it's like these bodily acupuncture, stings, tickles, twinges in my feet. Oh my gosh, where it's like, oh my God. And it's like those twinges and points, you just can't shrug them off, you can't itch them off. It's like, oh, what is going on here? It's like there's electrifying energy or something. And a few times it was like, and of course Rashini's looking like, what is wrong with you? And it's like, let's go get in the swimming pool, buddy. I've got to ground this or surge this or something. And so we went to the pool, and yes, it helped. Even in my head, my ears, and the whole 9 yards. And then come back and I watch a couple of tarot readings, and one of them popped up several times. First on my newsfeed, I don't follow him anymore, but it kept popping up on my newsfeed. First, because I have this pact, well, Spirit, you know this, I have this pact with you, that the first thing that comes up on my feed, I pay attention to. And then I move. I don't do those scrolling type of thing. I move to my subscriptions. Anybody have anything? Many times there's not. So I go back into a meditation or something else in my day, doing my push-ups, doing my yoga, doing my stretching, more yoga stretching, and those kinds of things. Whatever I'm being called to do or be. So I'm listening as I'm doing my stretching and so forth, and it's this very, very direct, clear, short message about you made an agreement and you need to break it. There's something with that you have that you are not aware of. It's not a good type of thing. And that took me to this iron pony. So I wrote him and said, you know, sir, I just need to let you know that I had some visions of me crashing this motorcycle. I did not want to kill my dog. And, you know, I'm his kahu and, or, you know, caretaker. And, that the whole battery situation, you know, I just need you to understand. And he's like, well, let me know. So I kind of released myself of that. And feel very good about this other motorcycle. Is gonna go check it. Like I said, I'm gonna go check it out. I'm following the breadcrumbs, letting spirit lead. And then it was like, where is my writing time? Where is my writing time? So I basically put it out, you know, hey, spirit, you know, there's this block right now, and I need to get through this block. When is my time? Where is my time? Where is this writing surge? You know, bring it on, bring it on. Let me know when. Well, I just got out of it. I had a little bit of a writing surge. It's like, whew, okay, I'm feeling the next impulses coming. And okay, that's all you need to do for now. Okay. And I put it away. So that's been basically my day. Then I had another little writing surge. And it just came pouring out of me. It was like, there's a sister who it has been shared with her numerous times that when we share, when we do our insights, we don't tell each other advice. We don't tell each other, we don't give advice. We don't say, this is what I see in you. It's because what we see in others is actually what's for ourselves. And so put it in that frame. Put it in that framework instead of calling each person out and sharing, you know, what you see in them. We don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear what you see in me. I want to hear what you see in yourself. We're all about self-examination, self-improvement, self-awareness. And so that had taken place today. And I was like, you know, I'm just so done with that. So I wrote. I made my voice known. I shared my perspective, and whew, felt good. Yet, in a loving, kind, and respectful as I could be, I hope, in a good way, I think. I'm knowing. That's all I can say. And, but it was like, I'm putting a stop to this right here, right now, and pushing back, so to speak. I'm standing up for myself and for the rest of my family. So that was actually a kind of a big step for me. And yeah. And then Rashini and I go for our evening walk, and of course I wanted my cucumber lime drink from the Red Taco. I've been without one for probably about a week. And of course, Rashini was a little bit upset that he didn't get his beef taco. I didn't have enough cash for it. And so I take him by this little cat. There's a little motel with a fence, and there's these kittens, and we've been watching these little kittens grow up. I'm trying to get the one little kitten to come up to me, and I'm like, if you come up to me, I just might bring you back to the apartment. If you go ask the hotel owner, hey, can I get this little black kitten? But the little kitten's got to be able to come out and want to come up to me. But when they're eating, they splash some of their food on the other side of the fence, and Rashidi just thinks that's the best treat in the world, getting their cat food. So he gets, instead of the beef taco, that made him happy, and he wasn't upset with me anymore. And it's starting to get dark, and so it's like, let's get back. And he was ready to come back, and he's passed out. Had a nice long conversation with another sister. So, for myself, the other thing is I've noticed that it's been since, Saturday or Sunday. I usually, because I'm a pipe carrier and I have a very strong connection with tobacco, would still do like little snippets of offering the tobacco at sunset and sunrise. But I've noticed that has completely dropped away. I've also noticed that the THC, I've been periodically, I went without for like four months. March, April, 6 months, 7 months without any THC at all. And then decided that, it would be nice every once in a great while. And so I picked some up, and that has fallen off completely. The sugar has fallen off completely. The processed foods have fallen off completely. And even the mushroom coffee I have my 1 cup with my fire ceremony in the morning, and I'm lucky if I finish it. Sometimes I don't finish it till later in the afternoon, and I add some hot water to it. So that has diminished considerably. It's very, very interesting. Like, not even really thinking about it. It just, like, flatlined. And wow. So, what this means, this I don't know, but it's like this whole whoosh, like a big old snake skin just shedded right off, along with all the other BS. I really believe that that is 2 portions of old energy, like a masculine type of energy, because it's also very representative of 2 past relationships that have just, and they're done, and there's no going back. No going back. And for that, I am quite grateful. Very, very grateful. It'll be interesting. Tomorrow morning's gonna be interesting, that's for sure. Or not. Excuse me. But with that, I'm calling this a short, sweet little journal entry and calling it complete. So it's time to, I'm feeling the